All right, last video of the section here. Really all I want to do is to be able to test out this new login and sign up page that we've created. But if we're going to do that, we've got to migrate our database, right? Because it's got to be able to use the user accounts and all that great stuff. And if we're going to be doing migrations, well, we should probably go ahead and make the models for our project, right? There's going to be halls, like for the Hall of Fames, and then there's going to be videos inside of those Hall of Fames. So let's go ahead and move over to our models, create those, add them to the admin, and then we'll migrate, test out, make sure that everything is working. So inside of the models.py, we've got to go ahead and create two different classes here. And the first one is going to be the hall. So we're going to say, and that's short for Hall of Fame. So class capital hall, and then in parentheses here we want models.capital model. Okay, that comes from that import right up there. And inside of this, for the time being, the only thing that a hall is going to consist of is a title. Like, that's it. So we're just going to say title is equal to, and then we'll say models dot, and then we just want this to be a regular old char field, and we'll put some sort of discretion in here. We'll say that max length is going to be something like 255. Okay, so that's it for the hall class. The next one that we need to create is the video class. So we're going to say class capital video. Again, this is coming from our models.model. Inside of here, we're going to have a little bit more to work with. So we're also going to have a title. We'll also cap that at 255. So we'll just go ahead and paste that in. Next, we want to have a URL for a video, right? Where someone can quickly click to it and get to it. So we're going to say URL is equal to models dot, and on this one, we want a URL field. I'm not going to specify anything special there. We also want to have a YouTube underscore ID. This is essentially a little string that says that uniquely identifies each YouTube video that we're going to be working with. So for this one, it's also going to be a char field. So we'll go ahead and do that capital char field, and we'll put inside of there the max length on this one. Although these are never more than I believe it's like 10 characters. We want to have the ability in case YouTube changes this for it to go up. So I'm just going to put 255 just to be safe. So with that, really the last thing that we've got to add is the ability to link these two things, right? Like one hall could have a lot of videos that are connected to it. So we're going to add another property here that's going to say hall is equal to models dot, and on this one we want to do a foreign key, and the key that we want is a hall, and then we have to specify the on delete, meaning, okay, what happens if the hall gets deleted? Do you also want to delete the corresponding video? And in this case, yes, we want that because we just don't want these videos floating out that aren't connected to a hall that doesn't exist anymore. So we'll say models.cascade. The cascade delete means, if this one goes down, delete everything that's pointing to it as a foreign key. Okay, so we've got our models. Let's go ahead and change our admin.py so that we'll be able to see these in the admin part of our site. So we first got to import the models. So I'm going to say from.models, import first the hall and then also the video. And then we want to register these. So I'm going to say admin.site.register, register, there we go. And we'll do our capital hall right there. And then we'll say admin.site.register, and we want to register the video. Great, so now that these things are in place, we're ready to move over to our terminal and make everything work. So let's do a Control-C to close out of that. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to make migrations because we don't want to migrate anything yet. Let's just do Python manage.py, and we'll do a make migrations. There we go. Oh, we got to spell Python correctly. Python, there we go. Okay, so you can see it made these, or just one migration for us, but it created the new hall for us and the video. Now we can migrate this, so Python manage.py, let's do a migrate. Look at that, all this awesome stuff comes through, and so that we can see things on the admin side, let's go ahead and create a super user. So I'm going to say Python manage.py create super user, all one word. I'm going to use the name of Nick, no email address for the password. I'm going to do Django1234, Django1234. That's my go-to password with every user to make sure I don't ever forget it. Okay, let's go ahead and run our server and test out to see that everything is working. So we'll go back and we'll start first at just the home page. Okay, everything looks fine. Let's say, all right, someone comes to the home page. They want to create an account. They will go to sign up. Okay, oh, and we don't have our links in place. Let's go ahead and change that. So this is going to be changing our base.html. So instead of here where it says sign up, the href right now is just sort of blank. Let's change this to say we'll do our little percentage signs here, URL, and we want to send them to the sign up page. Go ahead and copy this. And we need to do this for login. The name here will just be simply login. And we'll do that for log out. Just change that to log out. And the dashboard, we haven't set that up yet, so we're still going to leave that just as a hash there, or a pound sign, depending on how you'd like to say it. But let's go ahead and reload this page and now try hitting that sign up button. There we go, taking us to the sign up page. So let's go ahead and create a user here named Matt. Matt, I like to keep things consistent. His password is going to be the Django1234. Do that twice. So hit the sign up button, and look at that. Takes us to our home page. Now we're still not signed in. That's something that we're going to fix and address later. But look, we should be able to log in now with this new user. If I hit login and I say Matt Django1234, log in. Well, not exactly what we were looking for, but if we go back to our home page here, you can see rather than having log in and sign up, we have dashboard and log out. So this means we successfully logged in. And the reason that it's showing that, if we go back to our base.html, you can see we've got this if statement that says, okay, if they're authenticated, show the dashboard, the log out button. If not, then we want to have the login button, and then also, the sign up, all that good stuff. So with that all in place, let's go ahead and just address one last thing, is that I don't like it that when you log in that it takes you to that nasty page. Right? So let's go ahead and log out so that we're back to our starting point here. And again, the log out, this doesn't take us to a great place. Like this is not the page that we'd like. So we're going to move into our settings, and we're going to add a couple of variables here. So in all caps, we're going to have login URL, and we're going to set this equal to just all lowercase login. That's the name of our URL here, right? When we say at the end of the path here, like the name is equal to login, log out, sign up, whatever, that's what we're referencing here. So this is saying, okay, if anybody's ever, redirected and we need to send them to the login page, that's the proper URL to take them to. The next thing is we have to specify the login sort of success URL, the redirect URL is what they call it. But so login _ redirect _ URL. So this says, okay, once someone has successfully logged in, where should we take them? And I think for now, at least where we're at, we should just send them to the home page. Eventually it'd be nice if we send them maybe to their dashboard, but for the time being, let's just send them home. And the same thing goes for log out. We can actually just copy and paste this and just simply change this to be log out. Same sort of situation. Instead of seeing this sort of nasty page, let's send them instead to the home page. So with all of this in place, let's go ahead and save that. Come back, we're going to go to our home page and let's log in. We'll use Matt Django1234, log in there. Excellent. So that took us to the home page. We didn't get that nasty error like last time. And let's try the log out. Look at that. That also takes us here. Now, just to really confirm that everything's working, that it should be right because it showed that the user was authenticated, let's just quickly go to our admin. I'm going to sign in as Nick, which is our super user. And if we go to our users, look at that. We have both Matt and Nick all assigned in there. Okay, well that's the end of this section. Hopefully you've got a better grasp on how authentication works, and please make use of the awesome tools that Django gives us. Like I love for the logout view that I just have to specify this here, and then inside of my settings say where I want the redirect to go to, and that's literally all the code that it takes. We had to write a little bit for the sign up, but this really can save you a lot of time, especially as you're getting a project up and running.